In part 3 of our conversation with Josh Clark, Director of Admissions at Hawaii Preparatory Academy, Josh talks about the school's active alumni community, commitment to the environment, and the kinds of qualities that they're looking for in their applicants. Josh, throughout the conversation we've referenced the connection between Hawaii Preparatory Academy and its island environment. Let's take this a bit further and explore how your alumni remain connected to the school and, for that matter, the island of Hawaii.
Our alumni base is pretty dedicated to HPA. They have very strong feelings about HPA and their desire for it to be successful. And they come back every time we have an alumni reception anywhere in the world. We always have people show up. Now, I've worked at many different boarding schools, and a lot of times I'll get current parents that will show up for a reception and then a couple alumni. It's amazing the number of alumni that come from anywhere in the world, and they're always very, very active. I've had more alumni willing to help with the admissions in their country, and these are people who are now working around the world for these large international corporations, and they may be, not even living in the country of birth, but they're still there wanting to help out with admissions. They come back regularly for our gatherings, alumni weekends here on campus as well. But beyond that, what I found is typically they're more often coming back to Hawaii for vacation. They want to show their children what they experienced, what their memories were like. They typically send their kids here. And even when they're on vacation, they'll come up and visit school. They want to meet with their old teachers. And one thing that I find interesting is even the teachers who used to teach here, and they've long since retired, are still remaining connected to the school. And every year we have these awards that are given to teachers. And you have someone who, we had just a teacher who just finished teaching 50 years, a teacher who's just finished his 30th year, and alumni have come back from decades earlier who are still giving him awards and talking about the experiences that they've had. And he even has a couple people who he taught and are now even teaching here at HPA, and he finds that to be the biggest reward for himself, is that they've continued on in their level. I guess to finish off, one thing that I thought was interesting, I was talking with an alumnus, and they sent an email to the school, and he was trying to come back. He was trying to arrange his vacation back here, and he wanted to hook up with a few of the local alumni that graduated with him. And when we said, that's kind of interesting that you're still trying to connect with these people, he replied back saying, "Once the air, flowers, and people get under your skin here, there's no letting go." And I think that's happened a lot with our alumni. They just don't let go because they've had such a powerful experience here.
Tell me a little bit about what else is going on at HPA. Is there anything that the listeners should know as we head into the new admission season?
Absolutely. One of the things that HPA really is focusing on over the past few years and is taking to the next level is the issue of going green and sustainability. Once again, because of our location, we have certain advantages and certain opportunities. One of the things that we can look at is we have constant trade winds. Because of the winds and the pattern of winds that go across the globe, we have pretty consistent winds that are going across this island, and so there's opportunities for wind farms. We have this equal amount of solar radiation that you get in the Sahara Desert as far as the amount of sunlight that we receive here. So solar energy and photovoltaic cells are also a huge opportunity for us. We have cutting-edge technology on the island that we're able to connect into as well. For example, there's the Keauhou Point Ocean Thermal Plant, and what they've been doing is they have a pipe that goes all the way down to the bottom of the ocean, and they're pumping 2,000-year-old cool water from the bottom of the ocean up to the top, and the difference in temperature in the waters at the surface versus the cool water is actually giving them an opportunity to generate energy. We have the Puna geothermal electric plant, which is actually taking geothermal heat and then producing electricity from that, as well as the Waikolo and as well as Upolu Point wind farms. And what we're now doing is this week, actually, I think it's going to be happening tomorrow, we're breaking ground on our energy research lab. It will be constructed and completed by January 2010. And some of the things that we have that the students are actually going to be responsible for and doing are such things as evaluating current modes of energy capture and use on campus, which we already have, such things as solar energy, photovoltaic, solar pyrolysis, wind energy. We're also going to be introducing new things such as pumped hydro storage, biomass, bioethanol. We also have biofuel opportunities already on campus. In fact, every year, one of our freshman science classes actually learns how to convert an old diesel car over to take vegetable oil instead of gasoline, and so it becomes a biofuel car. But then they're going to be working with some of these more cutting-edge technologies and evaluating different types of energy as well for these companies. And we also have a connection with a school in Hamburg, Germany, which also in Germany has a lot to do with renewable energy and wind and solar energy. And so we've connected with them, and we're going to do a lot of video conferencing to compare and contrast our different data collections that we're doing. We will have our own wind farm here, where we're going to have all the different opportunities for students to not only research, but also incorporate that into the curriculum throughout the sciences. So it's very exciting, and the beauty of all of this is that this whole sustainability push was actually generated from the students and not from the adults on campus. And we've been able to do a lot, and it's a great opportunity on the island because of our location and the need to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Having it come from the students has been much more inspiring for the community, and we've been able to do a lot. We've even had a concert a couple of years ago during the summer, where students had a couple of bands start to play, and then they invited different organizations on the island to come and set up booths to talk about different forms of sustainability, which was once again thought up and created by the student body themselves.
So when the new building is complete, or the new project is complete, what's the ultimate goal? How much energy do you see being renewable as opposed to grabbing it from the grid?
One of our goals is within 5 years we want to become energy neutral. And for a campus where our energy bill is $30,000 a year, that's a pretty significant goal. But the building itself the goal is to have it LEED Platinum certified, and to then not only get off the grid, but hopefully at some point in time then be able to sell energy back to the grid would be the ultimate goal. But that's only part of it. I mean, that's more of a practical side. The real goal is to make sure that the students are not only thinking about how they can give to the community through sustainability, but how they can use this in the future in their own lives, change their lifestyle, change their habits, and some of them are inspired enough to also make it a career or something that they can pursue for their life.
So this is a permanent addition to the curriculum.
Absolutely.
Well, Josh, anything else that we should know?
I think that what we look for when we're looking for students are students who are going to come here and they want to take advantage of everything that we have to offer. We're a very unique location. I don't know how many students at this age even remember Hawaii 5-0, but if you remember the opening scene with the paddling on the outrigger canoe, we have paddling as one of our sports. We have scuba certification. We have hula as a spring sport. And so students who come here and they want to have kind of a generic experience, they can have a generic experience anywhere, but if they want to have a unique experience and they want to really embrace what we have to offer, we find that those students are the most successful. And so we're really looking for students who want to receive a challenging academic experience, but they also want to have a place where they can have wonderful life-changing experiences that you're going to get here. It really is an opportunity for them that we hope that they'll embrace.
Well, I'll leave you with this one last thing. How should families learn more about HPA?
Well, they can obviously start with AdmissionsQuest and look at our profile there. And I believe we also have we'll have hopefully this podcast up very soon. And there's an article I believe that we have there as well where we've talked a little bit about some of the opportunities at HPA. They can also go to our website either through AdmissionQuest or through www.hpa.edu and look at our site there. If they'd like to learn more, we're more than happy to send them some material, but they're also welcome to give us a call or send us an email, and we'd be happy to tell them a little bit more about HPA and what we have to offer.
Thanks so much for taking the time today, and it was really enjoyable to learn more about the school.
Absolutely, and you're always welcome to come and visit. We'd love to have you.